So hear me out. It's day 2 of the 56-day challenge, aka the Blue Ivy Glow Up Challenge. And today I want to talk about grief. The other day there was a post in the social media group that I'm in that asked, how do you experience the loss of a family member? Now, before I share my response, I want to say this. We can grieve many different types of loss. Human loss comes in many forms. There's death, there's divorce, and then we could just cut off ties with friends that no longer serve us, and you have to grieve that too. You might have lost your job, which causes you to lose your stability. That's a type of grief. Also, an unexpected, debilitating illness could cause you to lose who you were before, and you need to grieve that. But there are a few things that these losses all have in common, and those are that there's usually a date associated with the loss, and there's also a profound impact on your life as a result of the loss. I have experienced a great deal of loss in the last few years, so much so that I tell my therapist that sometimes I feel numb because I don't want to revel in my joy and then be surprised by the impact of the next trauma, because trauma will inevitably come again. Can you imagine literally living your life bracing yourself for trauma? Did you know that you endure greater injury in a car accident when you brace yourself and tense up for the impact instead of just relaxing? But that's a lesson for another day. Let's get back to the steps on how to navigate grief. Here we go. Number 1, don't press your grief down. Trying to ignore it only makes it worse. Number 2, don't plan your grief. Planning to be sad on birthdays and holidays or the death anniversary only extends your healing process. Try approaching the day with honor, but bracing yourself to feel sad isn't healthy at all. Number 3, don't over memorialize by only remembering the good about a person or that thing. Loving a whole person or loving a whole experience is honorable to their memory, to the memory of your life before whatever it was that happened, and your experience of them or that thing. This applies to everything: the job, the loved one, the divorce, yourself before you received your health diagnosis, all of those things. Honor the whole experience. Number 4, accept that all of our time on this earth has an expiration date. Expressing gratitude for the full encounter you have with that person helps you to embrace that. I mentioned the other day in another post that we don't have a healthy relationship with the word forever. Go check that video out. I'll link it in the comments. But basically, forever is from start to finish. That's it. Number 5. That's 10, but this is 5. Celebrate the life that person was blessed to live and the portion that was shared with you. Also, celebrate the relationships. Celebrate the accomplishments that you had on that job. Celebrate how you were able to be healthy for as long as you were. But make sure that you are inclusive of the whole experience. Great, good, bad, and ugly, because each aspect makes up the sum total of that blessed experience. Number 6, share time and memories with others that are connected to you and connected to the loss. Lean on each other. It's important when you're going through a loss that you don't experience it alone. We need our village the most when we are grieving. Number 7, give yourself grace. Grieving is a process, and while I said it's not wise to mark dates on calendars to schedule your grief, it's super important to melt down when it hits you randomly, and it's okay to have setbacks along the journey. The key is to have the tools in place to manage your meltdowns and to understand that pain and sadness are temporary. There's no timeline for processing grief, so don't rush yourself. But it may seem especially hard to heal from one loss when another one may pile up on top of it, making it hard to separate grieving one thing over grieving another thing. But I assure you, there will be days when the pain is unbearable, but we have all overcome 100% of our worst days in life so far. So the odds that you're going to be victorious over this are in your favor too. Let me know in the comments if this helped you. If you're committed to this 56-day challenge, let me know how it's going for you. Also, don't forget to like, share, and save this video, and use the hashtags if you're doing the challenge. That's all I got for today. I hope your spirit is freer.